here tonight, and appreciate you coming out and supporting these kiddos. And they worked real hard, and they're nervous, and so we're glad they're nervous. Everybody needs to go through little nerves. It's good for you. So we're thankful for them. We're so proud of these kids, proud of you, mom and dad as well, for all you've done. So let's open in a word of prayer, and then we'll get started. Father, we love you and we thank you for our young people. Lord, their heritage. God, you have no doubt some great plans for these young people. And Lord, I ask you that you would help them, that their hearts may always be yielded to you, and that they may always be ready to do your service. Lord, I pray as they come today to do their talent or their presentation, I pray you would give them courage and strength. Lord, they do their best that they can. And Lord, we'll thank you for that. And we just pray for the fellowship and all of the evening. May it glorify your holy name. We'll thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. This is our 10th year of the Epaphroditus Club. And I think, Kathy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think we started doing the talent shows during our 3rd year. And at that time, we only had 4 families, and we've grown a little bit. And I need the kids to stop graduating because we're shrinking a little bit here and there. But I just want to thank you all for coming. This is our first time that we're having it in the evening as a dinner. And I'm glad that so many people were able to come. I see a lot of faces here that don't even have children in the talent show. And that just means a lot that you've come to support the homeschoolers and support the homeschool kids. And we really appreciate you all being here. And I want to thank you to all the moms who through the whole year have pitched in and helped out, and just whatever needed to be done, everybody just jumped in and did it. And basically, it's the participation that's going to make the year either go well or not go well. And I'm just so thankful that all the moms just are just willing to participate in whatever we do. And I also want to thank you. Sometimes we forget the dads. And we moms and kids couldn't homeschool if it wasn't for the dads supporting us. So thank you to all the dads for what you do, for working hard. And you know, you Epaphroditus kids, when your school year's done this year, you need to tell your moms and dads thank you, because they do a lot for you to be able to do these things. So thank you, moms, dads, everybody who's here. I also want to take a minute to thank our teachers. Well, actually, all the moms. I do have something for you. Usually we do this in the morning before we get over here, but since we didn't have that chance, I have something for the moms, because I try to do this a little something every year just because they're such a blessing to me, and because of what all they've done through the year, and because their friendship, their support, just being able to do this together has been such a help to me in my homeschooling. And so I have a little something for the moms, and I'm not going to make you all come up here, but if I could have this little starting. This is for Linda. Oh, you can get your mom some. That's for Linda Whitaker. This is for Lynette Garland. She's right behind her. And this is for Kathy Mullinex. You know her. And this one is for Janet Fox. Oh, it's funny that we're carrying a family with family. And this one is for Caitlin Fox. And Micheline King. Oh my goodness, here's another family. Whoop, baby. And this mom couldn't meet her tonight, and neither could this mom. So that's it. Thank you, moms, for all you've done this year and for everything. And I also have a gift here for Pastor. For those of you that don't know, for E-Club, we have one meeting a month, and during that meeting, Pastor always does chapel for us. And that's so wonderful because that frees up the moms to be able to have some mom time and some food. We always have munchies for mom. We're Baptists. We always have food at the beginning. So Pastor does that for us. Could I have one of you boys come up and bring this over to Pastor? And so thank you, Pastor, for doing this every month for us. I know it's a lot to come out and do it. And an unexpected thank you is thank you, Dennis, for doing the sound system for us tonight. So for those of you who don't know, he is also live streaming it. So if you have any family members that want to see it later on, it will be on the Bible Way live stream page. So Epaphroditus Club, it's kind of an odd name for homeschool group, but we got that from Philippians 2:25. It says, "Yet I supposed it necessary to send to you Epaphroditus, my brother, and companion in labor, and fellow soldier, but your messenger, and he that ministered to my wants." And the whole idea came that the ladies together could be like Epaphroditus was to Paul. We could be that to one another, helping one another, ministering to one another, co-laboring together. And so that was the whole idea of Epaphroditus. Was more, it is for the kids, but it was also for the moms to encourage them to homeschool and to just have that support group there to do that with. Even in the kitchen, we were just talking a little while ago how sometimes we got a little bit of backlash from homeschooling from other people. And so it's nice to have that support there. And it's also such a blessing to be in a church and have a pastor that supports us and have church members that support us. I can't tell you how many times people have said, "Oh, we have extra craft supplies. Can you use them? We have this. Can you use that?" So just thank you, everybody, for all you've done for us. So that being said, we're going to go on to the first portion of the challenge show. This is the kindergartners through the sixth graders. And we're going to start off with Christopher Fox, who has a report about the Civil War. Christopher, do you want to hold the mic or do you want to get it? You know, we get to think ahead of the sand part. Okay. There.
Today I'm going to speak about John Hunt Morgan and his most famous raid of the Civil War. He was a brigadier general for the South and was born on June 1st, 1825. His nickname was Thunderbolt of the Confederacy. He led many raids against the Union during the war. His great raid began July 2nd, 1863 in Tennessee. He commanded 1,500 men through Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. They crossed into Ohio and Harrison, only about 15 miles from here. While they were chased by 2,000 Union cavalrymen, a Confederate detachment of 500 was sent to burn the bridge that crosses the Great Miami River in Miamitown to slow the soldiers. They avoided heavily fortified Cincinnati by passing north into Springdale, Glendale, and east to Camp Dennison. The raid ended with the Battle of Buffington Island on the Ohio River on the border of West Virginia on July 19, 1863. The damages left by the raid cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to repair. John Hunt Morgan's raid lasted just 3 weeks but covered 1,000 miles. He died September 2nd, 1864 during a Union cavalry ambush in Greeneville, Tennessee.
Next up, we have Ellie Fox, who's doing a report on butterflies.
Butterfly Poem by Ellie R. Fox. A butterfly is beautiful, they say. It flits and flies through the forest way. I see in front of me with my two eyes a beautiful, delightful butterfly surprise. So many wonderful things I see that joyful butterflies are right in front of me. I'm so glad I'm here explaining to you that butterflies can see in all directions. It's hard to believe, but it's true. This is why I like butterflies, because they fly all through the sky. Now I will explain to you what else butterflies can do. Things About Butterflies by Ellie Fox. Hello and good evening. Today I am doing a report on butterflies. I hope you enjoy it. There are so many things to know about butterflies. You won't know everything. That's why I'm talking about it, so I can help people on studying these things. So as I was talking about in my poem, butterflies can look in all directions at the same time. They also fly on paper-thin wings. That is why they flap their wings so much. They also taste with their feet, and they migrate up to 3,000 miles every year. Such amazing things God made. The famous Seymour Simon wrote all about these magnificent creatures. I did this on butterflies because of how wonderful these creatures are, and because of what amazing things God made. I know that we think of it as just a flying creature, but it's so much more than that. Thank you and have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I pick it up? Okay. I'm Elijah. I'm going to tell you about how to make a Lego stop motion. Stop motion is a bunch of pictures put together and it makes a movie. And I'm going to show you how you can make one. So first, you need a base plate so then your things can stick on. And the way how things can stick on, if you put something on, and they'll never basically come off. And then another thing that you'll probably need is tape, so then it can hold down your base plate so then it won't move all around when you're taking pictures. Or then the picture would just be like it moving all around. Then the other thing you'll probably need is to get some lights if they come out. And then we also have this paper, so then you can have a background for. And I have no idea how to open this because I never used it. But there it is. It can be like a desert or like a forest. And that's what basically stop motion is. But another thing about stop motion is that you can do a lot of cool things. It doesn't have to be Lego. It can be drawings or clay or really anything. And a way to do a walk cycle is if you have your character, you put your right leg or left leg out, this arm like that, and then the other arm like this. Wait. Then you do it like with your left arm like that, and then your arm, your right arm to like back where it's like this. And then it's gonna look like that. And then that's how you do a walk cycle. And that's all is there to stop motion. Thank you. It's not over, but thank you. And then this will be the next one will be the story of Jonah.
This is Jonah. This is God. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, but Jonah tried to flee away. So he paid a fare going to Tarshish. He sailed away, and then a big storm came. The sailor woke up Jonah because of the big storm. Jonah told him to throw in the water during the storm. The sailor did it, and he tried to run water, and then he gave up. So he threw Jonah in the water, and then the great fish came and swallowed up Jonah. And then there were 3 days and 3 nights, and he prayed to God. And then it's when he did it, preached to them. And then they all repented. Praise the Lord.
Does anyone have any questions? For that, it might have been like 100 or something. Well, with the like editing, and Kyle also helped me with this, but with like the editing and stuff, it maybe took like if we did it like all at once, it would take like 20 minutes to do. Yes. I just use my Kindle because I don't have anything else. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. I'm going to recite Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me in all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Can't get it. I chose to bake cookies today for my talent. My favorite type of cookie is a double chocolate jam cookie. I brought some for you today. When I bake, I always make sure that I have all the ingredients needed. and preheat the oven. Then I put parchment paper on the pan so my cookies will not stick to the pan. It is important to follow the recipe. By following the recipe, your cookies will turn out perfect. The cookie recipe starts by combining the dry ingredients separately from the wet ingredients. After these are mixed well, you can then add in your chocolate chips. When the cookie dough is ready to bake, use a cookie scoop and put the cookie dough on the pan. Set a timer so you know when to take them out of the oven. One important thing to remember is to use oven mitts when you are taking a hot pan out of the oven. After a few minutes, move each cookie to a cooling rack before eating. If you like these cookies, take a copy off my table in the gym for yourself and also a cookie.
next up we have Micheline King, who did kind of a leadership community class this year. And she also has some presentations she's going to do. So Micheline, if you like to come up and do your thing.
Okay, hi. First of all, I want to thank Christina for letting me teach this class. Everybody here probably knows that I volunteer at the Y to do a leaders club, and I have always wanted to use that, I don't want to say skill, but what I do there, I've wanted to use it here to do it for the Lord. I told Wendy once that as much as I love what I do at the Y, I don't want it to be wood, hay, and stubble. I want it to be meaningful. And of course, at the Y, there's a limit. It's a Christian organization, but there's a limit to what I can do that's truly for the Lord. But here, I can teach the kids to serve and have a servant's heart and to be able to see opportunities within their church family to make a difference. So I appreciate very much Christina allowing me to do that here. So the kids are going to come and they're going to share with you some of the things that we've done this year. And it hasn't all been church related, but it's just meant to give them an idea of what is out there in the world that they can do and they can be a part of and they can make a difference in the world. And I think as Christians, we have a responsibility to be in the world and be a testimony and a light. And so anyway, I think they had fun. They say they had fun. So I hope they enjoyed this year. And I'm going to have them, if you guys all want to come up here, they're going to share with you some of what we did this year. Sorry, we're a little disorganized. We started our year with a tour of
Firehouse on the corner of Main and Millville, led by Matt Hughes. It was a lot of fun and a great way to connect to our first lesson, the hero of 9/11. Our first class was learning about 9/11 and the true servant. Wells Crowther, who is known as the main man in the red bandana, he sacrificed his own life helping to save others from the Twin Towers on 9/11. If you don't know the story, you should look him up. I'll sure you will see that God prepared him for that day.
In November, we hosted a luncheon and Scrabble tournament for the Senior Saints of Bible Way. It helped to reinforce the lesson on hospitality and give us a chance to know our seniors better.
Everyone had fun, and some really special friendships were started. Ryan and I were partnered with Miss Joanne and Miss Brenda, and we all had a lot of fun.
On December 16th, an organization called Wreaths Across America they arranged to have wreaths placed on the graves of veterans. On December 16th, we gathered at Greenwood Cemetery to place wreaths and remember those who fought for our country. Thousands of volunteers across the country were doing the same thing on the same day. It was a privilege to be a part of.
Before Wreaths Across America, we learned about the background of the organization and wrote thank you letters to the veterans here at Bible Way. Wreaths Across America's vision is to teach our youth to remember those who sacrificed, honor those who served, and teach future generations to do the same. We are proud to have honored our veterans with these booklet of thank yous.
See You at the Pole is a national movement for school children to gather at the flagpole outside their school and pray for our country. We gathered here at Bible Way and each offered a prayer for the United States and the values on which it was founded.
Matthew 25 Ministries, a location, organization. I always forget the word. Dedicated to disaster relief. They send needed items all over the world whenever and wherever tornadoes, earthquake, fire, and many other disasters strike. This global operation is ran from their location in Blue Ash. We spent 2 hours preparing bags of gloves and learning about what they do.
We had a lot of fun making and decorating over 100 Valentines to be given to our own senior saints, as well as the residents at Golden Years. We hope it brought a smile to their faces.
This year's exercise-a-thon was a huge success. We raised over $1,400 for our missions program. Everyone did a wonderful job getting pledges for their exercise and then following through collecting the money.
In March, we held a carnival for the senior saints of Bible Way. We had fun games, made paper snowflakes, and even had prizes. Mo stayed and chatted afterwards. We hope they had as much fun as we did.
Thanks, guys. You did a good job. You can go sit down. Thank you. All right. The exercise-a-thon, this is our second year doing that. We started it last year in our gym class, and everybody loved it, which is amazing considering how hard they worked. I don't think I would have loved it. So we did it again, and I just want to say, I don't know that everybody here knows, the $1,400 we raised was used. We bought gifts for the Hall children from their wish list. We paid for all of the missionary families during Missions Month to go to the Ark and for their parking at the Ark. And then the rest of the money, there was a little over $600 left, and that was sent to the Jones family in Mexico as a love offering. So it was amazing to me that we raised that much money, and it was incredible. So the way the exercise-a-thon works is the kids get pledges for doing the exercises. They have a minute to do crunches, a minute to do push-ups, a minute to jump rope, and 15 minutes to run laps around the Zeller building. So they get people to pledge either a certain amount per exercise or just a flat, I'll give you so much money to just do it. And then afterwards, they tell them how much they did and they collect the money. So I have some certificates today for those who did the most in each category. So I'm going to start with hang on, I need my glasses. I cannot see. Okay. For the girls, the most crunches in K through 5 was Ellie Fox. Ellie did 36 crunches. Just stay up here and hold that for me, okay? All right, and for the boys K through 5, the most crunches was Christopher Fox. He did 47 crunches. For the girls K through 5, the most push-ups was Ellie Fox. She did 46 push-ups. And for the boys, for the most push-ups, who did 69 in a minute, was Christopher Fox. All right, jump rope. The girls, the most jump rope in a minute was Rosalie Coldy, who is not here, but we can clap for her anyway. She did 37. And for the boys, jump rope in a minute, Nathan Whitaker. He did 61 jumps in a minute. And then last but not least, the laps, 15 minutes of running laps. For the girls, the most was Ellie Fox, 36 laps. And for the boys was Christopher Fox with 39 laps. All right. Moving on to the older kids in 6 through 12. The girls kind of had a heated competition because there's only 2 girls in that category. For the most crunches was Addie Coldy with 32. She's not here. And for the boys was Jay Coldy with 48. For push-ups, Addie Coldy with 28. And Jay Coldy with 38. Jump rope. For the girls, Addie Coldy with 83. And for the boys, and I checked this number 4 times before I wrote it down, the most jump rope in 1 minute with 120 was Jonathan Schultz. I kept looking at it, going, surely that was 102, but it was 120. And then for the laps, for the girls, was Jocelyn Wilkie. She was not here tonight either. She had 33 laps in 15 minutes. And for the boys, Jay Coldy with 48 laps. Jay probably felt challenged because last year Christopher outran Jay. I have one more award to give, and I never intended to do this, but I think it deserves to be recognized. This year, one of the kids raised $500 by themselves. That's amazing. That's more than twice what the next closest individual kid was. And I think that deserves to be recognized, and that was Jonathan Schultz. Before they sit down, I do have a prize for them. Yikes. This is for you, Ellie. And this is yours. And Nathan and Jonathan. They worked so hard for that. And the best thing to me about the entire exercise-a-thon is that they worked. They literally physically worked and earned money for missions. And that's amazing. To earn money like they do for camp, that's for themselves. To earn money to give to somebody else, that's special. And I'm very proud of them. Give them all a hand again. Okay, I'm done.
I just want to say Micheline did a great job with this class this year. And I think it's so good for the kids because it gives them something to, like a lot of our activities, they're for them. You know, we go to parks, different field trips. So I think this is a good chance for them to kind of look outside of themselves and do something for the Lord and just to get a bigger picture, like going to the Matthew 25 ministries and seeing what other people live like, and to know how blessed they are, but also to be able to serve the Lord by serving other people. And so thank you, Micheline, for doing that. And earlier when I was talking, I kind of got ahead of myself and I forgot to mention the teachers. So you met Micheline was our one teacher. And then we also had Janet Fox is our art teacher. And when you go over across the way, there's displays set up, and some of the artwork that she did is there, but she did way more than what they have showing there. And I just know personally my kids, because I am not artistic, so it was great having Jan. All these years she's been teaching my kids art. So thanks, Jan, for that. And then we also have, we mentioned Pastor and Chapel. And then we have Kathy Mullinex, who is, there she is. She didn't have an actual class this year, but she always steps in and does all the extras. So she like does our Valentine's Day where she makes pizza with all the kids, makes all the homemade dough, homemade everything, and just does that with the kids. She fills them for classes. For tonight, she did the programs, she did the cookies. Janet did the cake for Orion's thing. So when you go over there, everything was done by the ladies of this group. It wasn't purchased. So thank you to all ladies for all you've done. And I had the gym class this year, but we only had like maybe 2 or 3 gym days because we kept having all these special events, which is great because the kids learned so much from them. So that's about it for this section. We're going to dismiss to have our dinner over there. When we do, if you give the ladies like 15 minutes to set up the food. And while we're doing that, you guys are welcome to look at the displays along the back wall that the kids have done. They have their art projects up there, some of them, and they also have their hobbies or school projects, just anything like that you can go take a look at. If I could please have Eric Mullinex, is he in here? Did he go across the way? Okay, you'll have to excuse me. I don't have my glasses on because if I have my glasses on, I can't read this. But because I don't have them on, I can't see you guys. So if I could have Jeff Whitaker then, if you would dismiss us for lunch. We're going to go ahead and get started on the second half of our night. Thank you to all the ladies who brought food. Everything was delicious, and there was so much of it. After our Saturday's Spring Fling, and today I think we need to start our own restaurant. But I know, it was good, wasn't it? So we're going to start off. We're doing the 7th through 12th grade now, and we're going to go ahead and, if you're wondering the order of the kids, if I did it in alphabetical order, it would be the same every single year. So sometimes we've drawn names. This time they ended up in order of the way the parents responded to me. So when I put out who's doing what, when they responded, that's the order they're in, if you're wondering why the order is set up the way it is. So for first up, we have Ryan Whitaker, who will be showing his artwork. Before you do that, Ryan, if you could come on up here. This is Ryan's senior year, so he is going to be graduating this year. And we hate to have him leave because he was just a little bitty guy when he started. Remember how old you were when you started? It was probably about 7 or 8 years ago, so right around that time. But we have for you, this is just a, this isn't a diploma, it's more of a certificate of achievement for all you did in E-Club, and here you go. I have to say, Ryan just does a great job. Like, if he sees me carrying something, he always offers my help. When he sees me bringing stuff in, he's always at my car helping. You do too. Are you saying no? He does. You are down, don't say you're not. We do have a little gift for Ryan and a little graduation gift. So there you go. That is for you. There we go.
Thanks. I didn't really know what to do for a presentation, so I was just going to show off my art because I'm lazy. This was art that I made for E-Club. Actually. No. So that was just like palm trees with. It was made with oil pastels, and a colored pencil for. I have some white outlines for more definition. Yeah, I just basically copied an image with the oil pastels. I didn't really make that up. That's why I don't like it. Then I kind of halfway made this here at E-Club. For one of Miss Jan's class, we poured paint onto canvases and just let it like flow down if you put a bunch. So I just kind of try to make a mountain and whatever. And Big Red Sun that got ruined. Sorry. And then later I just took it back home and just painted some more stuff. Like I outlined the mountains more, that way it looked more defined. And then the bottom was just like a giant sludge of mess. So I kind of painted it with more black and red and white. So it kind of looks like water or something. Well, not actually looks like water, but like water in the style of the picture. I don't know. Yeah. Then I kind of spray painted the top of the mountains. You probably can't see it. So there's like, it's like fading. And sorry. I didn't even make this year, but I made like the moon background part. I made that with oil pastels here. And then in like the hills and like the shape of the stuff. And then I went back home and painted it. It's supposed to be Whoville from Jim Carrey's Grinch. That the red part is the star on top of the tree. And then right there, that's the Mount Crumpet, the Grinch's mountain. And I put like tiny little dots that kind of look like the Grinch. And then I painted on some snow and stuff and painted it because couldn't really get it to look like that with oil pastels because they kind of just smear together, and I wanted it to look I just wanted it to be its own shape and not really blend in with everything. That's why I painted like the trees and the highlights and stuff, and that was it. That's all. Sit on. No, I'll just sit right here. Go.
You probably know what a Rubik's Cube is, but probably most of you haven't solved one. So, back in 1974, Erno Rubik was a teacher at a college for design and architecture, and he was only 30, so he was basically the same age as his students. So he wanted to do something cool. So he made this and started scrambling it up and showed it to him. And he told him, we need to find a way to solve this. And then they all thought it was impossible. So he took it home, and for 3 months in his spare time, he would just mess with it, find out what moves, move which pieces around, and he eventually, after 3 months of messing with it, wrote down a bunch of algorithms and stuff to figure out how to solve it. After that, he took it to, in 1976, he took it to Hasbro and tried to get it made as a toy. So he handed it to one of the people. They thought it was impossible. So he sat down, and after like a couple minutes, he solved it. So he got it licensed, and he called it the Magic Cube at first. And now it's one of the best-selling toys in the world. So if any of you have tried to solve this, you've probably tried to make this white side first. And then you maybe want to move on to the red side, but these two blue ones are here, so you have to move these around. Then once you get this whole red side made, you might try to make the blue one, and then realize every time you move something, the red side gets broken now. It's because that's not the way to do it. You have to start by building the full layer of the colors first. Then the next step is getting all the colors right in this layer, putting these middle pieces in. And then after you get that done, you you gotta make all the yellows face the top like that, and then you're just left with something simple on the top, and it's done. So I have okay. There's 3x3s and 2x2s. There's a lot more than that, but that's what I brought today. I'm gonna solve 6 of them. 3 3x3s and 3 2x2s. The difference between these ones and this one, this is just like a toy, but this is made for actual competition. It's really light and fast. There's magnets and a bunch of complicated stuff. So if you guys want to mix these up. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go because I've been messing up on these a lot today, but oh well. And now my hands won't work. First one solved. No. Why am I messing up on this one today? I'll come back to that one. Yeah. It wasn't solved. It's solved now. I don't know. I don't even keep track of the seconds it takes me to solve them. I think the fastest official solve in the world. So the way the competitions work is there will be a computer that gives them a scramble. They scramble it up and then give it to the person. But I think the fastest, what do you think it is, Jonathan? Yeah, it was like 3.5 seconds to solve a 3x3 that's been completely scrambled. So pretty fast. When they first started doing competitions, they only had the normal one, which is really hard to turn and it's clicky and stuff. I think the fastest solve on that for like the first competition was 15 or 14 seconds, which is still better than not solving it for most people.
Oh no. Hang on. There we go. Stop. There we go. I'm done. Any questions about what was the time to solve all three? 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Who's better at it? You or Tom?
I think I'm better. You want to race me, Jonathan? You want to race me? Sure. Let's do. Wait. Scramble mine. Yeah.
I guess all of it.
All right. Someone say go.
Go.
Don't let me win, Jonathan. Definitely not gonna let you win. I don't even know if I can not let you win because I can't find the stupid pieces. Need some help there, John. It's been a while since I've done this. There we go. Is that answer your questions?
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
You're homeschooled, right?
Yeah.
And who's your homeschool teacher?
Me and my mom.
Mother? How long did it take her to teach you how to do that? She's a good teacher then.
Yeah. My record, let's see, 16, it's 16.46 seconds. Or it might be way more or way less, I don't know. I don't remember. That's it. Any other questions? You need the table. Daniel, do you need the table? Too short. I didn't really know what to do, so I just drew a picture. And then I wrote a report because I don't know. It's basically graffiti in a way. Yeah. Graffiti is a letter-based art and basically has been around since art has, but started getting recognized in 1960 when a kid named Daryl McCrae started writing cornbread over a bunch of public property. The reason for cornbread is every graffitiist picks a name to base their art off. Graffiti itself is not a crime, but doing it on public property and vandalism is a crime. These are just a bunch of different types of art styles of graffiti you can do. This one would be where you fill like a fire extinguisher with spray paint and spray it on the side of something. It would kind of look like that.
That's really all. I think I clicked something.
That was by heart, too. You didn't have any music up here.
Yeah, I was going to mention, he did forget his music, so that was all from his head. And I did also want to mention that was Mrs. Patty Zeller. She's been teaching him since August. And when he started going to her, he had just gone through book 1 and 2
At home on his own, pretty much. And so she like basically got him from the beginning, and she was able to teach him that. And he's really only gets 2 or less lessons a month because we can only go on our off e-club weeks. So she's been teaching him that since August. And so you did a fantastic job teaching. Thank you, Mrs. Zeller. So basically that is the conclusion of the 7th through 12th graders. The last portion is going to be our graduate is Ryan. And so I'm going to turn it over to Linda and Jeff Whitaker.
It's going the wrong way. You gonna do the music? Oh.
I could sing it. Okay, we'll keep this short and sweet. Today we honor you, Ryan James, on your graduating high school. Your dad and I are so proud of you and the perseverance you've exemplified. When the monotony of the school days seemed unending, you stuck with it. Over some mountaintops and down through some valleys, we learned a lot about each other and also learned a lot from each other. You have proven to achieve each task and duty given, even when it did not come easily, like your English. We have observed your growth, not just physically catching up with your dad in height, but you've progressed academically as well as maturing into a man of honor, a man that we are proud and blessed to call our son, a man that I refer to as my routine, reliable Ryan. Some of your greatest attributes are your selflessness, patience, love, and devotion to our family. Colossians 1, 9 through 11 says, "For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding,
that you might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with all might according to his glorious power unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness. Your reliability and love towards others will point them to Christ. We are looking forward to the next chapter awaiting you. We are excited and a little anxious to see what doors open for you and which avenues you will choose. Strive for the best, work hard, learn new things, and enjoy the blessings of God. We want to thank our parents for their unconditional love and devotion to Ryan. Thank you to pastor and friends at church and E-Club for the fellowship and friendships formed. It is a joy to know how many supporters that Ryan has. So as the next step approaches, remember, we will always be here for you. Remember how much your brothers and sisters look up to you, love you. Remember to keep God first. Remember to share Jesus with those you'll meet. Remember, you're stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and loved more than you know.
So we wanted to present you with your diploma and just tell you congratulations for all your hard work and everything that you've always done. And then obviously, we love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, that is the conclusion of our E-Club night. I do.
I don't know if you can hear, but there are some sirens going off outside, so we'll have to watch the weather here in a second. But anyways, we always have a presentation for Mrs. Schultz, a gift. We love you, and thank you so much for everything that you've done. But this is our 10th year of E-Club. It's the 10-year anniversary. But we did get some gifts. The families all got you some gifts. Boys, will you go grab those over here? But we've got a whole slew of gifts for you. So, oh my goodness. But we love you. Let's give her a hand.
Okay. The ladies know me well because every year they're so sweet and they're overly generous. But they know that our family is like really big into camping. And so thank you guys so much. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. It'll definitely come in handy. And I just love and appreciate you all. And thank you for everything you've done for me this year and for my family. And I don't know where Ryan went, but this will be one for him to remember his graduation and the tornado sirens going off. But so I'm sorry, what? Did somebody say something to me? Oh, alrighty. So thank you all so very much for coming. Thank you for all your participation. Kids, you all did a great job. I love that every year that you can see them all take it up a notch. Since we've had them for 10 years now, some of them, you can just see every year. I wouldn't say improving because it's good for what their age is. And then every year they just take it up a notch and take it up a notch. And you can see their personalities shining through in these presentations. So thank you, kids, for all you did and for all your hard work this year. We're going to close in a word of prayer. And if I could have my husband, Dana, if you would close us in a word of prayer.